Hi, welcome to NPA Teaching. Today we are going to discuss the survey research. A survey research is one of the most common type in applied social science research. A survey is a shorter paper and pencil feedback form to an intensive, in-depth interview. A survey research is an organized and systematic collection of information about the characteristics of interest from some or all units of population using a well-defined concept, methods and procedures and compile such information into a useful summary form. In this research, the investigator select a sample of respondents from a population and administer a standardized questionnaire to them. It usually begins with the needs for information where there is no data or sufficient data are not available. The questionnaire can be a written document that is completed by the person being surveyed through online or face-to-face interview. It produces data based on real-world observation so that it is an empirical data. Survey can produce a large amount of data in a shorter time period with fairly low cost. A survey is a much more complex procedure than simply asking the questions and compiling the answer to produce the statistics. Numerous steps must be carried out to get the accurate information. These steps includes formulating survey objectives, selection of survey frame, determination of sample design, questionnaire designing, data collection, data capture and coding, editing and imputation, estimation, data analysis, data dissemination and documentation. We will discuss these steps one by one. One of the most important tasks in survey is to formulate the statement of objectives. It establishes not only survey's broad information but also the operational definitions to be used, specific topics to be addressed and analysis plans. So this step of survey determines what is to be included in the survey and what is to be excluded in the survey. The next step is the selection of survey frame. The selection of survey frame provide the means of identifying and contacting the units of survey population. The frame is in the form of a list and geographical area and the units within the geographical area such as household, farms, business or individual, etc. The next step is the determination of sample design. Sample design generally refers to the techniques used to select sample units for measurement. For example, the selection of individual from the population or locations to the sample within a study area and sample size determination and allocation. The next one is the questionnaire design. So a questionnaire is a group or sequence of questions designed to obtain the information on a subject from a respondent. Problems faced during the questionnaire design includes deciding what questions to be asked, how to the best word them, and how to arrange the questions to yield required information. The goal is to obtain the information in such a way that survey respondents understand the questions and can provide the correct answers easily in the form of what is suitable for the subsequent processing and analysis of data. After framing the questionnaire, then we can go for data collection. Data collection is the process of gathering the required information for each selected unit in a survey. The basic method of data collections are self-enumeration, where respondents complete the questionnaire without the assistance of an interviewer. After the data are collected, they are to be coded. Coding is the process of assigning a numerical value to the responses to facilitate data capture and processing in general. Some questions have coded responses categories on the questionnaire itself, and others are coded after collection by using manual or automated process. The next one is the data capture and coding, which are expensive and time-consuming activities that are critical to improve the data quality, since any error introduced can affect the final survey results. The next step is the editing, which is this checking applications to identify missing, invalid, and inconsistent entries. The purpose of editing is to better understand the survey process and the survey data in order to ensure that the final survey data are complete, consistent, and valid. Once the data have been collected, captured, coded, edited, and imputed, the next step is the estimation. Estimation is the means to obtain the values for population of interest so that it can draw a fruitful conclusion about that population based on the information gathered from the sample. Then data analysis. Data analysis involves summarizing the data and interpreting their meaning in a way that provide clear answer to question that initiated in the survey. The next one is data dissemination, which is the release of survey data to the users through various media and paper publication. And finally, we have documentation, which provide a record of the survey and should incorporate every survey steps and every survey phases. The survey steps presented above are not necessarily sequential. Some are conducted in a parallel and others are repeated at different times throughout the survey process. Every step must first be planned, then designed, developed, implemented, and ultimately evaluated. See, how are these steps implemented? Execution of a survey can be described as a life cycle with 4 phases. The first phase is survey planning, during which the survey objectives, methodology, budget, and schedule of activities are established. Having established a broad methodological framework, now you can carry out detailed work on the various steps of survey and what is referred to as design and development phase, that is the second phase. Having ensured that all the systems are in place and ready, now survey can started. This is the third phase, the implementation of survey steps. During the implementation, quality is measured and monitored in order to ensure that the processes are working as planned. Finally, the survey steps are reviewed, edited, and evaluated. I hope you are clear about the concepts of survey research, steps of survey research, and how these steps are to be implemented. Have a nice day and see you in the next video. Thank you.